There we go. Okay, we came from the barracks. Yep, okay, yep. All the stuff is to go to the open pit. Sounds great. Wonderful, even. Interesting. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Now this is very interesting. When I did my personal playthrough, the pit wasn't empty. So I wonder, depending on where you go first, will determine certain things early on. Interesting. Nope, nope. It actually is going. It looked like there was no way here. I told you, Evie. They are hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but a pile of fibs and useless dominations. What are we drinking tonight? I have in front of me is from Sandman, the Founder's Reserve, the Ruby Porto. It is a nice port. Product of Portugal. Though, if because it is sweet, it is heavier because it is a port. If I get a bunch of hydrates like a crown tidal wave, I will switch to my honey wine, which is Bunratty. Now I just realized I should move myself to the right side just because the people we talk to usually appear on the left side here. The voice of the man standing from his back to you sounds almost soft, heedless of everything, but what is in front of him, he leans over a prisoner dressed in expensive clothing. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me, now I can reveal it to you. You just stop struggling for 1 minute. What? Finally realizes he's not alone and turns to you. He's clutching a long, thin metallic rod with blood dripping off. We have guests? From the Von Vlachten ship? I would wager. Evie, my dear, you have to wait. Do not faint, I beg of you. It's important that you feel everything, including your other eye. Bunratty's a pretty good honey wine. It's nothing I would say like overly special. Like I think some honey wines are better, but it's like the most easy to get. Even like I think because Lori was there recently at Disney. This is one of the if you stop at Ireland, this is one of the things you can get. It's really easy to drink. Like there's no like not like some wines they have like almost like a not a burn to them, but you can't like down really quick. They're like very dry or anything. The Bunratty is like very easy to drink. You can almost drink it like water. So it's like really tasty. Warden's words are suddenly drowned out by a chorus of voices in your head. The entity that still dwells in the recesses of your mind rejoices in the cacophony of cries. This place, it holds great significance for the entity. In the frantic chanting of the voices, you can almost make out the words that speak of an ancient grave. When I was opened for it contained a priceless treasure, a most coveted prize that was retrieved by a faithful after a centuries-long search. I should plug in my phone charger. Such dreadful shades! Kassir cools and covers his mouth. The colors of this place, they are putrescent to the core. And these people, their colors are oozing with madness and despair, pain and doom. Who's that on your table? My sincerest apologies. Where are my manners? Please allow me to introduce Yvraine Winterscale, the younger son of Caligos Winterscale, in the flesh. You know, he was so close to witnessing the truth right before you interrupted our little chat. Okay, try to say hi, and my laptop just fucking died. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I just say, there's something I like about villains who, like, try to be polite when they're, like, batshit crazy. There's just something I slightly enjoy about them, like, yeah. Interesting. A fleeting glance at Winterscale's outstretched body is enough to turn your stomach. Torture. The very word makes you cringe in shameful horror. Your mind reels with the memories you have tried unsuccessfully to push to the back of your mind all these years. Welcome, Lori. How dare you? Contemptible peasant, for every drop of noble blood you spill, you will pay 100-fold more. Cassidy turns to you for support with an expression that is in equal parts indignant and frightened. This Abelard shakes his head somberly. That poor fool. I knew nothing good would come out of his naive attempt at negotiating with heretics. However, Yvain appears to be still alive. If we make haste, we might yet save him. Having you soon of House Winterscale in your debt would certainly prove beneficial. How do you know who I am? Lies have many faces, but there's only one truth, and it's been laid bare before me. I knew the enemy of the truth would come here sooner or later. You know, we had this guy once. He was a quiet one. One day he walked into a middle deck bar, threw one back, and then pulled out a gun and started shooting people left and right without saying a word. Then he shoved the barrel in his mouth and blew his brains out. Our warden here has exactly the same look in his eyes right now. Who is Aurora? Oh, so you managed to barge in here in fear with the prophet's design, so I don't know who she is. But it's too late now. You've never attained sight. All you can do is accept your fate. He suddenly stirs like predatory beast. I do not like when people take their prophet's Arin's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of the truth. Oh, I guess we're done talking. Warden raised his hand, and the main people started thrashing about in their death throes. Time for words have passed. Optimates, give your blood to the harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth, or become awash in blood.
Take a knee and bow before me.
I'll bleed you dry.
I like this stuff the characters say at times. Alright, we can get pretty close, so Abelard, buddy, you're going right to the front line. Oh. Everyone else is pretty much going... Actually, we'll give our battle sister the high ground. We'll put ourselves here. Actually, here. Because we don't really want to...
What is this foreboding?
Oh, yeah, if you can take out as many people as you can.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Good. For the Emperor.
On it.
Darkers of Resolve. Expose weakness in the Warden.
Of course.
And then analyze the enemies. And that is it. The question is, can you hit people from here? Okay, so we're gonna get you closer.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated.
Good. Yeah, we're gonna give you Furious Recital. Because what that'll do is, gives him more momentum.
I'll do it.
You're gonna run and gun, which will give you another shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Because I remember this fight, he gets more than one death. Which puts him right in front of Abelard, which is gonna kick his fucking ass. And then we're gonna have you dash right here. Oh my god, hitting his boss and one of his teammates is just beautiful.
High momentum.
Okay, because right now, immediately, because you get a full turn, you're going to tell Abelard to take his turn. Who's going to move here.
Tested tactics are the best ones.
Who's going to Reckless Strike. Oh yeah, I gave him 2 attacks. Thing.
Indeed.
23 damage. And he's gonna appear. Then over there, it's one of those boss fights where it's like they have more than one life, which is fine because we can beat them. You're gonna endure. And then brace for impact.
At your beck and call.
But here's the thing. That was just not his actual turn, which is great. And then hold my gaze on... Can you not hit anyone? Okay. Whoa. So we're gonna have to move you down. Who is still alive? There you go.
If you insist, Lord.
And then if we can get Argena another turn, who can just fire shots that way.
The Emperor commands. Each struck is a threat.
And we'll have her reload just in case. And then we'll have her
Faith without
closer.
deeds is worthless.
And then we'll have
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
the voice command to make him move better. There's not many people left, I realize.
Faith shields me.
Okay.
All too easy.
Do you hit him with your gaze, I wonder?
I am a
Take out that
navigator,
prisoner.
not a soul painted black.
One less person.
If only that were possible.
Just keep buffing people. Get back in the fight.
Not a problem for me.
Ooh, beautiful. I need the voice command to Idria. Okay. And then we have my buddy move here, who's going to reckless strike and just completely wreck the warden's life. Have you charged there? There's not much you can do, buddy, so you just have to wait there.
High momentum.
Can you Psychic Street? No, you can't. I'm gonna increase your dodge rank. Again, War the Emperor. Ooh, you took damage because using too much of your abilities. Okay, I get you. But we can
As the Emperor
take out that guy,
commands, I act.
or not.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Get ace.
That
Yeah,
is for the
there you go.
as the Emperor commands. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
And you
If
should
I may,
eye laser on. There you go. I don't believe you've been properly introduced. Blood is bubbling on the young man's lips, and his voice is barely audible, but even now it remains melodious and quite courteous. Ivan Winterscale, of Cronus, very pleased to make your acquaintance. On the rare days that Lord Winterscale visited Uric 5, the station was awash in a mist of warm hues. We were forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted still to see such rare colors in my home. Now, however, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul, for he whose presence makes the world a little brighter deserves no less. Amen. Lady Cassia, I presume, the sacred child of House Osorio? How disgraceful is that on the day we finally meet, Ivan looks away in shame. I find myself not at my best. There is no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale. The Lord Captain and I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. Wow, just immediately finish him up. I cannot be certain that you're infected by this corruption as your friend was. Accept your death. Jeez. What have they done to you? The warden, my friend. I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Speaking of the struggle, but he continues suffering. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. Conserve your strength. You're wounded and need help. Wounded? I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This is my first time. I cannot say I recommend the procedure. He's either trying to make light of the situation or going to really is from the pain. Yeah, honestly, we're gonna be like, you're gonna be escorted from here, buddy. I'm gonna take my leave. I will see that assistant's pride of you and that you're escorted from here. He nods, giving into oblivion. Of course we're gonna aid the dude. Okay. We got some talents we can take. Like commanding voice. Focus. Inspired courage. Personal oversight. Duty and honor. Show them contempt. Motivation. For the Emperor. I do think I want to give him weapon trainings, just so my character can use almost anything. So we'll give him Melta weapon proficiency. And of course we're going to upgrade our persuasion. He is going to take athletics or carouse. Yeah. Whenever enemy attacks warrior, the warrior next melee attack against the enemy deals an additional damage. Ooh. Enraged, the warrior has less than 50% wounds, they gain critical hit chance. Whenever the warrior is attacked, they gain +1 stack of MP Setter of Slaughter until the end of combat. At the start of the turn, the warrior gains +1 temporary wound for each stack. These temporary wounds cannot exceed the warrior's. Not bad. I already have these features. Can you take that's unique to you? Do not falter. Ooh, getting the cover is really nice. You know, ramming speed's great. If we can increase our charge, the more we can increase your movement, the better. Because then you can just get to everyone quicker, because you're just a frontliner. What do we pick for you? No aptitude to explain enemy. Nah. Not really useful. destined. You know, second sight would be great. You know, increase your abilities. And what do we want to give you is... Take 2. Unnatural luck. Which stops critical hits. Yeah, summon heroes, okay. Having better psi rating will make them better, their psi attacks better. Enough bullets for everyone. What is disturb? Okay, you know what? Giving disturb to enemies near them is great. Yeah, we're gonna complete your demolition. Cassia. Okay, we're gonna give you... Ooh, just strange vitality just increases your own healing. Amazing. Commerce. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we're gonna see what they have. Axe is nothing. Okay, axes, axes, axes. Black chest plate. Improved armor body glove. Noble sword. Flask. Ooh. Let's give ourselves a better armor. And then the sword. Noble sword. Can't wait till I get yourself a chainsword, my friend. We destroyed that. Guys are drawn to the shards of enormous land scattered across the broken device. At first, your concern is what troubles you, but suddenly your realization hits you. Glass emerges in a unique way, and it's just the same way as shards of the unknown broken object you found near Fyodora von Vokta's desk. What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in... But trails off when he knows that you're looking at it. He instantly makes the connection. By the Imperium States. It cannot be. Idria bites her lip. I see it too. Whatever that thing is, and her study was, it was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? Abelard is at a loss of words. It takes a moment to collect himself, and all at once they start pouring out a hasty sputter. It's a mistake. Slander meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First, those minions of the arch enemy murdered Lord Captain Fyodora. Now, this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come now, Abelard. Remember what she was like. Idria's smile betrays her grief, but at the same time is strangely knowing. Brazen, assertive, it was like her entire life was a race against fate until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she had thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else in the expanse. If we could just find out what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack. Sister Argena's beautiful face is full of grief. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood, but do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. The sister words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with a warrior fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Fyodora's possible heresy. Life must be so easy for you, sanctuous preachers. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person. You see bad blood, annoying hindrance. There's enough venom in Idria's voice to poison the entire regiment. Ooh, I like that. I like that, like, wording. Enough venom in her words to poison the whole regiment. Archery recoils, but next moment dark eyes met with fury. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of betting the arch-enemy. A person who has tainted themselves, thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go for all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything? We can just label him a heretic and call it a day. Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Fyodora so much while you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation selling your memory. You weren't surprised or accept. You just gave up and moved on. So there was a line that they described one of the characters that said she had enough venom in her voice to poison a whole regiment, and I like that. Cause that like gives like a good, like a picture in your mind of like how much venom was in their voice when they spoke. Argena is right. The danger of heresy cannot be overstated. Idria is right. It is too soon to cast accusation of heresy. Sir Argena, you will cease these insinuations about Fyodora at once. I will not allow the name of the Volnakta family to be defamed by such words. Like, it does, like, Lori, does not that, like, give you, like, a great, like, image of and such a great line? Like, to me, that's a great line. Yeah. Which you're walking a fine line between outright heresy and the barrel of the bolter. Shut your mouth before I shut it for you. Ooh. Yeah, you know, it's too soon to cast accusations of heresy. Shiki, don't be naive. Fyodora kept the unsanctioned witch by her side, like a pet. Do you really believe she would think twice before crossing the line in other ways? I mean, I'm keeping the same said person you're referring to as a pet, so what does that make me? Buddy. Buddy old pal. Las guns. I really should get... Lasgun, like chestplate, axe, nothing special. That can be something special though. Can we destroy these actually? Ooh, we got some fire grenades, we got a force grenade, a melta charge. Ooh. Some cargo, which is nice.
Done.
I think we have everything we need. This is for it's not her bar. I love the writing so far. Yeah, the game's writing is very good. Hyperbole. That's how you say it. Guys. Ooh. What loot are we missing over here? Oh. His revolver.
A new challenge for me?
Oh, wait to take the elevator. That's why.
It's about time. I won't tolerate weakness.
Actually, can we talk? Can we just tell you to come with us? Rebellion has been crushed. I have news for your lord. She anxiously pushes forward. Is Lord Landscale alive? Is he alright? He's safe and in one piece. I shall receive him as a gift on my guest on my ship. So ready to shuttle. There's a little release on the pilot's face. Clicking her heels together, she cheerfully barks out, "Consider it done, your lordship. Thank you for the good news." And we're going to return to the Void ship, because I don't think we can take their ship. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I've received several messages from different decks, complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's congregators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious. No tech litany of ritual or pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. Tech priests can deal with the vessel's systems, but the servitors make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change the sign rituals, or sometimes outright freeze as if in a trance. A blurred. A click comes through the Vox channel, followed by a wary sigh. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in calculations, or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you, not to take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Agent joins the channel, chimes in playfully. Okay, I love that, like, we all have a channel that my, like, senior officers can just chime in at any time they want. Just be like, you know what? I want to give my 2 cents. Oh, don't startle the man. All these peculiar happenings have long since happened, turned into local legends. A door slams shut, a lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that, and so our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the service at Aminas, such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds that completely eliminated or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's task considerably more difficult, and High Factotum Janus Donrock would like to discuss how he should deal with defective property. He's waiting your audience on the bridge. So we're gonna go back into the ship. So I know Warhammer used to be a tabletop RPG and MMO. Is this like a spin-off game or something? So Warhammer is a tabletop, Warhammer 40k, as well as there's the army battles, and there's also the Age of Sigmar books. So it's on their 9th edition. The books, though, have been going back for the last couple of decades. This is based in the 40k universe. So pretty much the best way to put it is there's 4 parts in the timeline. There's the Age of Sigmar, which is kind of like the fantasy stuff of Warhammer. Like actual, like, elves, dwarves, humans, orcs. There's the 30k part of the series, which is like when humans just first left space and started to, like, move out into the universe or galaxy. The Horus Heresy, which is kind of like the giant war, the pyramid split into half. Then there's 40k, which is the current modern day. This is set more to the recent stuff. Yeah, it was High Fractome. So it's like D&D with Warcraft flavor. So it has its own tabletop. Like, it's not going to be like D&D style rules. It's a completely different game. Like, to give you an idea, like for D&D, you roll a hit, and if it matches the armor class or more, you land a hit. Where Warhammer, it's like, yeah, you might hit, but I might still be able to. My armor might be able to deflect your attack, or I might be able to parry your attack. I might be able just to dodge your attack. It's a very combat heavy game. Only I think like 3.5 came close in D&D to being as tactically important. Otherwise, like, Warhammer's like a very combat heavy style game. That's why there's the army battles, because there's so many rules on battle, and like each piece that you have, every type of unit you have, has like a rule and attack card set to them. So it's like D&D, but it's like it's a more combat based D&D. The High Factum Janus Dunrock greets you with a cool smile and the merest hint of a bow. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. How may I be of assistance? Thanks to me a problem with the servitors. What happened? You see, your lordship, the ship's servitors have been malfunctioning as of late. They violate protocols, interrupt their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time, and move erratically with no meaning or purpose. Janus Dunrock nervously pulls out his luxurious frock coat as if it were uncomfortably tight. It had been a routine technical fault. I would have decided the fate of these servitors myself, but I deemed it necessary to notify you. I do not wish to hide such irregularities from the Lord Captain. If you wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate, this can be arranged. Majority of the affected units have been delivered to one of the storage compartments pending your decision. I wish to take a look at the servitors before deciding their fate. As you wish, your lordship. Oh, the lore? So is like the Warcraft flavor? No. I would, the closest thing you compare Warhammer 2 is steampunk, and that's like putting it lightly. If I had to pick like two game series to compare it to, it'd be like StarCraft or Halo, kinda. More of the StarCraft side of things, actually. Because like the Zergs can be considered like Tyranids. I can't think. The Protoss would be kind of like the Tau, and then humans, obviously humans. The closest thing you can compare Warcraft to is StarCraft. They kind of, I know it's like Star Wars and Star Trek have been around longer, but they kind of created the whole like Space Marine style universe. Like, you can't really compare Warhammer to anything because it's its own unique breed. It's like one of the things where like people call like games like Souls like games, like Dark Soul like games. It's kind of like where you compare that like with Warhammer. You're like, oh, these games or these universes are like Warhammer, if that makes sense. Sector, data unavailable. Region, data unavailable. Location, Von Flactus flagship, lower decks. Material, reports of tech phenomenon that was observed during the Lord Captain's visit to Bay AKN 108 from the words of High Fractum Janus Dunrock. When his lordship arrived at the scene, he found the servitors in the same position they assume that they've been curled into the bay, all standing a long spiraling line and facing the center of their strange formation. The moment his lordship crossed the threshold of the bay gate, these bodies jerked in motion, all on ones of obeying the command. The servitors turned to face the Lord Captain. The command's task with overseeing the defective units even reached for their weapons. But the servitors went still, just as abruptly, staring at his lordship with vacant eyes. All present held their breath, disturbed by the sight. We waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Took several steps towards the servitors. Immediately the servitors, each and every one of them, stepped towards the Lord Captain in perfect unison. They mimicked his movements with frightening precision. The rogue trader halted in pace, and after a moment's thought, waved his hand, and the servitors just as synchronously repeated that gesture as well. Lord Captain turned quizzically to the Technomats, so did the servitors, as if mocking him. Whatever the Lord Captain did, be it an incline of the head, a wave a wave of the hand, or a step to the side, the effective units repeated it without a moment's delay or hesitation, like grotesque marionettes controlled by an unseen puppeteer. We observed this mime unfold in distressed bafflement for nearly a minute until the servitors finally came to a stop. Not sensing any threat from them, the Lord Trader approached with confidence. Lord Captain, examine the servitors. As High Factor, it was I who prompted that entire inspection. Thus, it was my duty to follow Lord Captain. As we stepped closer, we noticed a fascinating irregularity. The servitors' pupils, normally still, were shaking wildly. Their bulging veins were pulsating under their copper collars inscribed with their past offenses. So these mindless half-machines were locked in a perpetual state of extreme tension. A visibly shaking Technomat beside us proposed that the human souls had awakened within the servitor's body after a long, deep slumber within the bottomized brains. Formerly bereft of intelligence, they attained awareness, feeling, and understanding. After a pause, the Technomat added that servitors due to function properly. No one has been able to explain the changes in their behavior. Its gaze still trained on the motionless but animate half machines and half people. The Lord Captain suddenly drew an instant blade, one I had seen before, and as following someone I heard command, plunged into the nearest servitor. I actually want to see what happens if I stab one. The moment the blade slice opened the pillflesh, a loud howl walked over the cargo bay. We heard the screeching crackling servo motors. I've regained the ability to feel pain. The wounded servitor struggled to open its own mouth, but all it was mustered was a stifled moan of horror. Lord Captain's victim fell to the metal deck, and all the other servitors came crashing down with it. We all felt the grip of an unworldly bone-chilling cold. As if the Technomat's fearful gazes, I realized that none of them present had any explanation for just as transpired. The Insier Prime perceived by the center of the spiral of servitors. Low ground by stood over them grimly setting their lifeless faces and spoke thus. This tech phenomenon warranted a comprehensive study. Further investigation has been rendered impossible. Perhaps it was a trick of my imagination, but I thought I caught a semblance of sorrow in his gaze in that moment. The Lord Captain, suddenly not attaching any importance to the situation, seized the blade and left the cargo bay without a word. Ooh. What happened? Ooh. Okay. We're going to okay, we already figured that out. I was say we already figured that out. Don't hit. Fox Crackles to life as Master Helmsman Vavar addresses you. What we have here, Lord Captain, is not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the locust asteroid field. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up in there on purpose. It's not like I am surprised that things more scrap heap than ship at this point. Something sure went to town on it. We are registering critical damage to the hull, depressurization of several compartments. There's an incoming transmission now, too. Hear us? Voice transmission hisses and abruptly cuts static. Do not require assistance? Pete, do not require assistance. Copy? Vox relays a different voice. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Rur protects. Lord Captain, I'm told our aggers cannot determine the allegiance of the vehicle. To be brief, there's an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near the Security affiliate colony that is refusing help, which, not to put too fine of a point, has not yet been offered to them. Rafar, can we establish communications? Let the vessel identify itself. Yes, Lord Captain. Connection established. Known vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves, or repeat, identify yourselves. A brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps, and several voices at once start shouting over one another. Do not tell him, we are done for. This is Thunderfang. We are, when the voices falters uncertainly, is replaced by another. Merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private Chent vessel. Merchant vessel, of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang. Vavar, damage report on an unknown vessel. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Someone gave them fresh and so solid they barely managed to limp away. Thunderfang, why can't we not identify you? You can make out hoarse and furious whispering, even over the crackling of static. Why? I don't know. What if? Certainly not. The whispering dies, then clear, youthful voice cuts through the static. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, Sifil merchant vessel. Thunderfang does not require aid. Thunderfang, your vessel is badly damaged. What happened to you? Vox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives, yet another hisses furiously demanding that the others shut up. Managed to make out little from all this noise. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out in the blue and opened fire. America would get away, Emperor protected. Then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks are left for our help. We never got them. Thunderfang, now stop playing games and explain again what your business here. This time, I highly recommend the truth. Happy now? What have you done, idiot? It's too late now. The Fox channel is again filled with the angry whispering of several voices. The whispers and stack are drowned out by a clear and slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are from the Fellow of the Void. We did not come here to loot, on a different business, to help our own out of jail. Do not hurt, least. We already had our Cronus cleanse. How about striking deal? Our hold is full of plunder, I mean goods. In case you're unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Cronus Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have Vox communications with whom they're about to board. Were up to me, I would make them meet a salvo from the macro cannons to shake those scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. High Q, by Q. The honey voice of the High Fractum interrupts the translation with a polite cough. I would like to destroy the vessel if I were you, although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions. The Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially in a situation where performing a warp jump is impossible. Ooh. So we could shoot them because they're pirates, but we could also make a deal with them. Hi, Psycho, hi, Lower. I'm just watching on the side, but I'll see myself. Ooh. You know what? Thunderfang, prepare for commercial exchange. What do we got here? Does Rogue Trader wish to buy or sell? We can buy a flamer. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. The camouflage robe. A melter charge. And then if we got there up to 3, we can get some other stuff. So here's the thing. So this game is very different. It's on the side. So this game is different. Instead of having like giving you a currency that you can do, you have something called the profit factor. Which you start with initially like 10 and have something up. For example, because other things I did increased my profit factor. This game is very different, I get. So you don't just buy and sell things. You have something called a profit factor. Anything that a merchant sells that's below that profit factor, you can just automatically take. What matters is their reputation bonus. So they have like tiers of reputation. The more cargo, pretty much the best way to put it, the more stuff you give them as gifts, the higher their reputation, the more things they'll give you in return that are like trophies, weapons, even like some stuff for your colonies. So it's kind of like a thing. You give them your loot that you find, in return, they give you high-tech gear and equipment, if that makes sense. Kind of like that. It's kind of like you're doing a trade like that. Because, for example, let's say you raided an enemy base and you found like cargo of guns. In this grand scheme of things, you don't need all those cargo of guns. So you give them to other factions who in turn give you specialized stuff that you would need, that you would actually need for your party. Yes, so it is literally a trade and barter system. You don't have to worry about selling or buying things. The game actually recommends like actually trading things. So with the Fellowship of the Void, because this is just a single ship, I can go up to rank 3 I'm just seeing if there's anything really good I want to take. Okay, but is it like the real world where you have to be careful which factions you sell? Ammunition too. Yes and no. So when you meet the main player of each faction, they have so many high ranks. So it kind of matters who you give your cargo and loot to, because if you spread it out evenly, you're only going to get like the basic tier stuff from every group. Where if you go heavily into one group, you can get their high tech stuff, like the best of the best weapons, the best colony stuff. The one group deals in all ship upgrades. So your ship battles, you have some of the best weapons. So it does yes and no debate. But it doesn't matter who you really give the loot to. It will matter in the way of like if you put all your eggs in one basket, you'll have everything of that one basket, but nothing of the other baskets. Where if you put a bit in every basket, you get the basics of every basket. I think the best way to put it. Nice great sword. Ooh. Fire grenade. Oh, actually, blinding grenade, reaper, cape. No, it won't be like that. No, not at all. You won't be. You have to worry about them like doing something evil with these factions. Now, there's stuff like that in certain games. Like for example, when I picked up Cassia, pretty much two navigators. We needed a new navigator, and two navigators were at war with each other. There are times where you have to pick one side, and the other side will be killed off. So that does happen with like minor character stuff, but not with these factions. Like when we recruited Cassia, we had the choice of supporting her or the person against her, and whoever we supported, the other was going to die. So there are times where your actions will support small factions, but not trading factions. I kind of want to trade some of these stuff, but at the same time, I'm looking at the level 3 stuff. Okay. We could trade them up to level 1 at least. Alright, so we can get a force grenade. Start for gloves, med kits, power maul. The auto gun. Okay. Okay. The auto gun I don't really care about. The faux hammer is a great thing. Though, my friend, Abelard, you are getting the power maul for sure. That's going to be your offhand weapon, because the power swing and the shove will be very nice. Now, okay, if the wearer's range attack hits an enemy, the wearer gains +5 critical hand chance. Honestly, that's gonna go to you. The better armor, though, is going to go to us. Do you have a cape? No. So the next range shot, so that's going to go to you. The fellowship is going to go to you, though. see, what armor do you have? I need you to dodge better, so... Okay, you're wearing an armored body glove. The thinner staff. I like the lightning arc, though. Not a pistol, we can just send to that cargo. Knives we can send to cargo. The shotguns we'll hold on to. The auto guns can go to cargo. The flak chest plate can go to cargo. The scrappy auto pistols can go to cargo. The las guns can go to cargo. The scrappy auto guns can go to cargo. The swords can go to cargo. Yeah, the armored body gloves can go to cargo. The las pistols. The axes. The revolvers. Clear up our inventory a bit. So that's another thing. Since like cargo is what you trade, if you have a bunch of like 50 basic guns, you can add those to your cargo, which can you then use to trade with these factions. So that's a way you sell your things. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the cool you've been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here, in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among this number, you recognize the disfigured and bloody faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the salt remnant of Conrad's Falconier's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmare, slow advance. Ooh, step back, or else. Kneel before the rogue chair. Your lives belong to me. Stop. I did not wish for any of you to die. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Well, these are people that died on the bridge, but does not say if it's good or bad. And people we met in our previous life, does that mean they're good or bad people? Step back, or back, or else it was just threatening. Kneel before them is ordering. Yeah, stop. I did not wish for any of you to die. The dead remain deaf to your words, creeping ever closer, with the invaluability of death itself. You barely realize that your trembling hand has found the shard with its razor-sharp edge cuts into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around you. You find yourself surrounded by groveling minions. Your body is shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. Reminds me of a joke, but I have to tell you in Messenger. Okay. A skillfully crafted sword with strange and unnerving proportions, a curved design, a natural hit adored with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens, revealing a gaze, so ocean and dark that it steals your breath away. You felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven, the path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. You can just be like, yes, master, or be like, I am the sword's master, not its servant, remember that. Or, throw the demon blade away, never. Ooh. Do we play with fire? You know what, let's do it. I am the sword's master, not its servant, remember that. You felt the sword's immense weight pulling you down. You resisted its will for a moment longer before collapsing to the floor to descend a hideous laughter. The strain is such that you feel your back could break any moment. Vog, the first dawn is hereby woven to the tapestry of your fate. Seek the second dawn at the hands of she who rises above its future dominion. The former aspirant fell, and thus the new one will become the chosen, the weaver of destinies. Make more to serve you as their god, and become the vessel of the edge. Ooh. Ooh. You open from vision, kneeling next to your desk. Clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Hear this ring, and you shrug to recall those faces, an image of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloody shard lying on the floor remind you of what has transpired. Turn aside. What do I want to do with the sword? To continue as a satisfies code. True. Because, like, obviously, like, this is a major point, I think. You know what? We'll pick up the shard for now. Reach your shaken hand to the shard. Now slip over your hood. You wipe its metallic surface and stash your treasure under your clothes, next to your heart and soul, forever seared by the great power of the war. Ooh. Some goods. Von Vlachta's cloak. Ooh. Yeah, give me the fancy cloak. Blast Wave. What a great name. Shots from the shotgun push targets 3 cells away. Even if the shot misses. Oh my god. The Heirloom Auto Pistol. This auto pistol can be used if the wielder has the dual weapon combat talent. Ooh. Not bad. Maru's compact weapon, the former ring that allows the wearer to fire a single laser shot once per combat. Okay. The Xenopelt cloak. The Raphastane Drunus. The chain-sword. Ooh. Doesn't have area attack. Increases damage from all sorts against any hit target. Okay. And the negotiator pistol. Okay. Okay. Attacks from this include the melting fact. Okay, some of these are immediately going on my character. I feel like I should go on you, and then I guess I'll go on you. So the Nova Sword inflicts Disturb. This has more armor penetration. Negotiator pistol do more will do melt them. So the shotgun has a range of 3, which is a range of 5. Yeah, the Harem auto pistol, which is really cool because it has the pistol burst. And precision ballistic skill. So someone I want to give that to. No, you have 2 one-handed gun. You have 1. You know what? I'm gonna give you the shot. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I think there's other things in here that can be looted. Crack data slats. The fire rectangle screwed by a servitor. What does this mean? Also, I'm fighting science headache, so it may be in and out. Gotcha. It's a big desk. It is. Let's see. What does this say? Unfinished letter. His charting irrelevant. Robert mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources all wasted. He has failed what he was supposed to do. Birchville covering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I am not about to discard him. Conrad served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly to proctorate. Besides, he's no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next in the Von Black Design when his skills and talents as Master Whispers are so valuable. This is to serve as a humiliating but instructive lesson from which he may learn. Okay, so senior officer turned out to be a spy or such, but who? Who is our spy? I don't think we can do anything here other than see who the... Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Shrine of Remembrance. Oh, that reminds me. the Winter Scale guy here, or is he, like, not gonna appear on our bridge? Probably not, right? What would happen? Okay, that goes to the Lord Kevin's quarters, so we can't really get too far. Alright. Get in the scan. Yep. Starport, here we come. The Starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosive tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing on whom. Halt! Weapons on the ground, or I'm firing! A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of the rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a corrupt label that reads, Sergeant Malgar. Alright, so our skies are on lockdown. The rebels are shooting down anything that flies. You lot just happened to land on our rear without a scratch to show for it. On a shuttle like that? Where'd you get it? Stolen from the palace, isn't it? He's really awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. Grab him, lads. We got ourselves a rebel landing force. Abelard turns purple. By the Holy Throne. What is this mess? They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. Abelard, enlighten this rabble about the proper matter of the God Emperor's chosen. Yeah, I always love any chance where I can just, like, turn to my right hand and be like, introduce me. Abelard clears his throat. You stand before rogue traitor von Vlockness, you ignorant worm. Step to attention this instant and give his lordship a formal report. With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like a slumberous soldier, and barks, My mistake, sir, at once. The Starport is under control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter's commander is Sergeant... A fire grenade explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Sharp note flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm, that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily sprays an army prayer for the dead. With rasping cough, the sergeant turns back to you. Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Last Malgar reporting. My unit is holding the Starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve? Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here? Yeah, it's pretty much every almost interaction so far. I can just turn to my right hand man and be like, "Tell them who I am," and I just love that. Like I just pardon me because you're currently in the middle of a battle. You can cut the few seconds of like precious time and be like, "Yo, I'm the rogue trader," but instead you just take that extra few seconds of like pettiness, turn to your guy and be like, "Tell them who I am," and then wait. A part of me just finds that so smug in the great way. What is going on here? Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower levels sparked in and went up to spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag trade stations. Yeah, tell them who I am is much better. Don't you know who I am? It really is. Then Philip tore off his mask, precisely because he knew about the trouble in Rickard Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. Cassia lets out a sorrowful sigh. You may continue your report, peasant. My unit was here when all went to the Groxes. The tech priest linked to satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Recruit Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures in order to increase security at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, he better double the word in details. The alarm was raided and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we're able to hold it. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter's wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. Who are you anyway? Sergeant Lasse Malgar, sir, 11th generation loyal soldier of House Winterscale. Awarded 3 commendations for faultless service. Ever since the olden days, his lordship the Rogue Trader has recruited soldiers and shipwrights on record Minoris, so there's no greater honor for a courtier than serving his lordship with diligence. What caused this rebellion? Ill thoughts, sir. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking, things keep exploding, the people are scared. They've forgotten all about their duty, and that's when those Emperor Forgive Me preachers came. They started reeling everyone up. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they just keep coming. More and more of them. I love this. How can some pathetic rebellion be cause enough for such a lackluster welcoming ceremony in honor of a rogue trader's arrival? It is an insult. I just love a line like that. Like, how dare you people have a rebellion and still not welcome here? Ooh. See, part of me is like very torn on this though. These choice between paying him the short and be like, look, man, you're doing everything you're doing, and then also the part of me is like, look, I cannot leave your men alone. I'm sending reinforcements. Like, I cannot leave you and your people without aid. Reinforcements be sent from my ship. I live to serve. The sergeant is astonished that he only barks out the mandated words of gratitude after a non-mandated lengthy pause. We won't fail. We won't forget. We'll be praying the Emperor for you, lordship, sure. Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisitor has come here? At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, sir. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. Might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship, sure. Some dirty dog nearly shut down my shuttle. I've heard of it, your lordship, sir. It's all those damned rebels. Those maggots somehow got their hands on an anti-aircraft battery, and it's causing a shuttle's no end of trouble. They really packs a punch. You're lucky they miss you. I've seen them fry 2 shuttles carrying reinforcements, not a soul survived. I'm gonna go see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damn anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. We have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send you as an escort. I signed all available to accompany the steam tech priest to the governor. I will vox cast orders on them to wait for you, and I will inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we'll follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. Adria frowns her gaze grows distant as she's looking for the sergeant. You're a good soldier, but you got a lot of blood on your hands. Both yours and others. You know the same hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Riken and Apocalypse won't save you from the bitterness. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight to my last drop. Is the path ahead dangerous? What exactly awaits me there? Sergeant sighs heavily. All of our roadblocks are gone, the whole place is in the rebels' hands, the city is almost lost, so no help will come. You're surrounded by rebels, and watch your steps, sir. The streets are chock full of mines. Logitech succeeded. His remarks about mines lodge itself in your memory. More than anything, you need to watch the ground and not your surroundings. You rather risk a shot from a rebel or jittery soldier than experience a handful of lethal frag shrapnel reaching on top of some 300 grams of explosive fissilite. What tech priest? A very important person for the Adeptus Mechanicus arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. He kept on asking whether anyone by the name of Amarant or Armanant or something like that had recently arrived. Barely answered any of our questions, though. Said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. He demanded to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with him to keep trouble at bay. Ooh. This is like, obviously, like, you can pick your personality. You can be like, you're a coward. Go charge the enemy. Or be like, you're a fool. The governor is hiding. You're a good soldier, Malgar. I'll see that your heroism is noted. The soldier blushes slightly. I live to serve. Another explosion erupts the sergeant's words. With a sigh of relief, he turns to the soldiers and spells out a booming series of commands. On your travels, you hear many rumors. Those of them that are disturbing the rogue trader's attention are logged in a separate section of the journal. Sometimes rumors are just that. Other times there is truth to them, some cause maybe even more. Interesting. Shotgun, black chest plate. shot from there. We can, like always. If it's not nailed down, you rob it. And then I think our pilot is right here. Violet, dressed in a crumpled uniform, adorned with the von Blockness coat of arms, still looks quite pale. Her white hands bear red marks left by the wheel. The screaming tower she let out when the missiles flew past your shuttle is etched in your memory. Her voice quivers slightly, but even her fear cannot stop her from using typical Voidsman jargon. That was some flight, your lordship. If we'd been a little less likely, we'd be checking in at the port in the sky right now. What was the weapon they fired at us? Can't say I know, your lordship, but the shots it fired certainly fly quick. I'd never seen guns like that before. They were firing from far away, almost like beyond the horizon, that is. Give those jobs a terrifying construction like that. Your name, pilot? My bad there, your lordship. Senior pilot, Nimbus. Appointed by the senior deck officer to serve on your personal shuttle. Okay. Alright. Let's go kill some
Follow
rebels.
my lead. Submit and you'll die quickly.
Yep, you hear that?
Show them no mercy.
If you submit, you'll die quickly. Ooh, I can put Abelard right into the thick of things. Beautiful. Argenta here. And then we'll probably go to the front lines as well. You just like killed one of you guys, my dude.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
I probably moved where I didn't want to go, but that's fine.
Doubt is for the weak.
You do your furious recital.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Move you right there. Okay, so we'll just do a single shot. Whoever give you the best shot, which will probably be you.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
And you missed, which is fine. Who's the biggest threat?
My place is at the fore. It will be done.
I should have done a reckless strike there, so that was my mistake. Ooh, brace for impact.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Take out the Bruiser Rebel. Word for the Emperor.
Will do.
Give you forewarning.
High momentum.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job? Another foe painted black.
Give you another slight turn. Give you a single shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
we
am
use
his will made manifest.
your firearm mastery, we'll start taking out some single unit targets.
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Argenta, if you cannot miss, that'd be great.
I'll do it.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Forge ahead! Absolutely not.
You know what? Give you another turn.
Already done.
As the Emperor commands.
High momentum.
Yeah, you'll revel in the slaughter. We're gonna give you
I'll
another
bring
turn,
glory
Abelard.
to my bloodline.
Gonna
Victory
take
is
him
imminent.
out.
I took care of this one. At your beck and call. It will be done. Look for your target.
Take out the gunner. Rebel gunner, rebel gunner.
Suits my purpose. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes.
Get back in the fight. Oh, you just knocked out your own
Brace
guy there.
yourself, Abelard.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Hopefully you don't hit her guy.
Reason forces a fight like this.
You hit her guy by accident. Not great.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Eradicated.
Follow my lead. I'd rather not. Someone else can do this.
And kills the last guy, hopefully. Yep. That kills the rest of the rebel. Alright, they got a bunch of las guns, shock batons, caprice chest plates, armored body gloves. Too fancy. Got our guards with the flak chest plates and the shotguns.
Victory awaits.
Scrappy las gun, nothing fancy.
None shall stand in my way. I rise to the
Right on the
occasion.
side, and pirates slowly singing the thing. Do not touch a shipment of tips in the blessed land. I wasn't done reading that, but that's fine. Commander's Cloak. Increase the range of Officer Archetype's abilities by 1. Ooh. Ooh. Cassia would make great use of that. That's beautiful. Take the cargo. No one's gonna miss it. Lucky Jaspar.
time.
What a name. Folks, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Did Abelard just like shut? The young shaggy-haired soldier is still pale. Nonetheless, as you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile. Thank you, my lord. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good. Who are you? Lucky Jaspar, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders. The young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair. Are you unharmed, soldier? All thanks to you, my lord. The blind lunatics are all over the city right now. Those rebels, damned into the void, go around maiming anyone they get their hands on and squishing their eyes. And they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets babbling nonsense. He lowers his voice and adds with gravity, Command doesn't want anyone to talk about, but I heard whispers that it's just not some nonsense. It's hearsay, actual heresy, because listening to it scrambles your brains. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks, while the blind mob got a hold of him and carried him from his post, off to who knows where. Exactly what are you doing here on your own? Following Governor Medina's special instructions, namely, grits his teeth with a pained expression furrowing his brow. Alright, it's a secret assignment, I can't talk about it. I'm a rogue trader, why don't I simply order you to tell me everything is well within my rights? What if what you know is priceless intelligence and you're ready to die before you can relate to anyone? Wink at Adria. Mistress Class, could you kindly read all his thoughts for me? Whatever punishment you're afraid of, I could do worse things to you. You better start talking. Yeah, I'm a rogue trader, dude. A rogue trader? After casting a quick glance over your gear, he nods in understanding. Oh, so you must be from House von Vlachta's ship. The star pirates auger until the surveillance station reported that its ship entering the system. Then you heaved to, sent the shuttle to another unidentified ship. Very strange you went that, and then that ship departed. But the auger surveillance station reports are not to be disclosed to third parties, but you know that already, don't you? Well, alright, if you're really a rogue trader, I'll tell you everything. So why did I send you to Starport? I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes, and how should I put it? Assess the situation. The plan's a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our VoxNet, are now eavesdropping. They make proper communications impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium has sent a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Rickard Philia, the prison planetoid. Uric V Station is silent, though the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or the captain here would give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damn cannon. He stops talking a little too abruptly. Tell me about Uric 5. There's not much anyone can tell you about it. The station belongs to the Navis Noblite themselves. Emperor knows what they'll do up there or whoever even lives there. They scorn ordinary folks. The only person they're willing to grace with an audience is esteemed Evian Winterscale. It's beginning to sound like he's complaining. That place is creepy. They say that they order shuttles with servants from recruit minorities on a regular basis. Is it too important up there to change filters and clean compartments themselves, huh? Except I never met anyone who has served there. It's like no one ever comes back. Your brothers and sisters lived and died for a great cause, serving in Navigator House and therefore all with Imperium. It's a high honor, one that few can bear. Only now does Jaspar know his cast, yet his eyes go wide with fear. He opens and closes his mouth a few times, helplessly like a fish, unable to utter a sound. Then he just nods nervously. There's something else you're hiding from me, is there? More classified secrets. It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Bakari, the esteemed Evian Winterscale's personal pilot. The riot reports came from Recruity Villia. Lord Yvain headed there personally. The Nurses Rebellion started down here, and we lost communications. No one knows why. No one knows how they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back with those rebel scumbags who shoot them out of the sky. When I find a place that's high up, set up a Voxcaster there, and send them in transmission. The sky is closed off, don't try to land. But I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me. When I was running, I tripped and broke the caster. He his head sadly. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. Ibar shakes his head disapprovingly, but his eyes are understanding. That's why all members of the Void Ship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted serving the Emperor is of their duty, there's always a danger that family ties might disrupt the regulations and order. Worry not, for your Raquel's alive. I met her on Mercury Philia. Really? That's marvelous. May the Emperor protect you for 1,000 years, and 1,000 more for bringing me such good news. He beams in elation. I'll name him my firstborn after you, I swear. In fact, I'll name all my children after you. who is Vayne and Winterscale, the esteemed honorable scion of blessed rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, master of a cured system, and at the behest of his atrocious father, or grandfather, or uncle, was Australia's relative, Lord Evian took up residence on Mercure Minoris. The Emperor's Fives betrays a fierce inner struggle before he blurts out. You know what I think? I find it curious that blessed Caligos didn't make him the ruler of our world. Lord Evian is his blood, and it's the governor who rules us. And why do you think he sent him here? I think he's being exiled. Do you think the governor can handle the rebellion? Well, obviously I'm not pessimist to say otherwise. I won't tell anyone. You really won't? Well then, if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. His words came flying at the rate of stubborn fire. Those rebels are strange. We'd easily call it a normal riot. We're not some commoners. We're Cardians, an evil elite of House Winterscale. But these people, they're vicious. They know no fear. And their attacks, they're so precise. It's like they know what's happening ahead of time. The command executed 7 officers on suspicion of espionage. But it's not about spying. I see the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see to the future. Now she is the real danger. Adria scoffs and rubs her hands together in excitement. She can see into the future, is that right? We'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my ethereal friends that our future doesn't look too bright now that the Lord Captain is involved. I'm looking for an interrogator of the Inquisition, who may not have arrived on this planet. Have you heard of anyone matching that description? Japster's face quickly turns gray as he says, I have. But I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry, but I don't like discussing the affairs of the Inquisition. I like how you know what? I think I will punish you for disclosing classified information after all. Jeez, that's mean. It was my pleasure to be of service to you, my lord. It's been nice to chat to someone normal. He glances warily at the body of the nearest blinded lunatic. I must take my leave. You're right. We shouldn't stay here or we might run into rebels. I'll go find a safe place to watch the sky for any landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lord.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh, more rebels.
Take a knee and bow before me.
I will take you down.
Oh, I can put him right next to a rebel. Oh, I can't, like, right in front of him, but I can... Ooh. I can put him right on the front lines, though. Alright. We'll put Suki right here. Where's Idria? Oh, she's like fusing to the stairs. You just shot your own guy, my dude.
Grace, at least. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
That's fine.
I'll do it.
Fierce recital.
High momentum.
You know what?
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Rejoice in
Agenda, you're
battle.
gonna really tear into people
Faith
here.
without deeds escapes the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, strike his prayer.
Oh, you're just really tearing into them.
I'll do it.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
I wonder if I can hit them from...
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Oh, I didn't realize there's guys over there.
High momentum.
I am fear incarnate.
That's fine, we can just move you quickly over here.
None can escape the Emperor's thirst. Faith without deed. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Nope.
All too easy. Not a problem for me.
I refuse. I'll do it.
Reload, just in case.
Eradicated. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands,
Revel in
I
the
act.
slaughter. And
Grey hair. Sure.
armor, body glove, knife, caprice, Shakatan, nothing really standing out. Armor, body glove, priest chest plate, black chest plate, knives, las, pistol, skirmisher boots. Ooh. Give me fancy boots. Got some melt charges, med kits.
Follow my
Attention
lead.
to detail is the key to success. This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
And we'll go into the, I think it's like a warehouse or maybe in there.
A new challenge for me.
As we enter here, pick the lock.
Excellence matters.
Ooh. That could be a good armor for... It's light armor. Gives some parry chance. For characters that like... or parry build, but we'll say... we'll save here though. So let's find someone to raid out to. I don't know if anyone I know is on. Not really. There's a few people. See if there's anyone playing Rogue Trader. There are, so we'll raid out on them. Phoenix TV. All right. Thank you all for stopping by. I am going to be online but not streaming. I will be doing more Clannad. So I will see you all tomorrow on a different channel. Alright, we'll be heading over in just a second with our raid.